sliding since I don't remember when, in and out of consciousness. While others might be stressing out, we rely on our facade to help us out. And it's obvious now.
Am I going the right way?
We were always far ahead, me and you. And it's obvious now. Finally, I know you're gonna underplay it, but it's time to move on from this. We're derailing, and we're not what we used to be. Underplay it, but it's time to move on from this. We're derailing, and we're not what we used to be.
Sick Polaroid. It's time for sit on the floor and catch up with Claudia again. Well, it's December. I can't believe that's been a year for us already. And I just want to say, despite all the unfortunate circumstances that we've been through this year, thank you for making this year such a great work year for me. Thank you for supporting my work. As you've already seen, I went on another road trip. We drove around 6 hours up north to this beautiful place called Geraldton and Kalbarri. It was such a good trip because I kind of like got to revive and kind of got back into the right headspace for one final push of the year so I can produce more work. So despite having lived in Australia for so many years, this is actually my very first Australian Christmas, which is a hot one. I guess I'll finally have that authentic Australian Christmas experience, like literally finally. I've lived here for years. Anyway, in this video I actually have quite a lot to show you. I have a bunch of clay here and they're basically just trimmings from when I trim pots, or you know, if I throw something or make something and I don't like it, I just smash it. So these are just clay trimmings and I just wanted to recycle these and kind of show you how I recycle them. A lot of people have been asking me how I do it, and there's actually 3 different types of clay in this bag. There's like some darker clays, some white clay. So it'll be very interesting to reclaim this, and I'll end up with clay that is like a mixture of the 3 different clays in here. And I've also got some work to do on the pottery wheel, which I have never shown on YouTube. So yep, lots to do. Let's get going. Oh no. start the clay reclaiming process, I just want to say that there are so many safety precautions that you must bear in mind when doing ceramics and pottery, and it's so important to remember these things because you don't want to be harming your health when you're doing art. And one major safety precaution is that you must wear a dust mask if you're going to be exposed to fine dust. With processes like reclaiming dry clay, because the clay is completely dry, even just me picking it up and breaking these clays apart, that picks up a lot of fine dust. Even if I drag my hand across a surface, which I've worked with clay on, or if I start sanding a piece of dry clay body, that can bring out a lot of fine dust. And if you inhale too much of these fine dust, it can lead to serious health problems like silicosis, or what people used to call the miner's lung, which can be fatal. So please take this very, very, very seriously, and please do not ignore these things for convenience because it's really not worth it. And there we have it, a nice soft ball of clay that I can reuse. This ball of clay was made from all the clay trimmings and scrap clays that had dried up and could have been thrown out. So it feels amazing to be able to reuse and recycle this material. And that's what I love about clay. You can always reverse the material if it hasn't been fired yet. And that makes it so there's really no worries in making mistakes during the production process. The whole recycling process took me around 3 days. And during that time, I didn't really have to do much. It was more so waiting for the clay to firm up. Usually I would reclaim way more than this volume, around 1 bag worth, which is approximately 10 kg. But in this video, I just wanted to show you how I do it in a small volume, just so it's less messy. So yeah, I hope you found this really interesting. I had so many questions on how I reclaim and recycle clay, and this is one way I do it. So thanks for watching.